Hi, in this devlog I'm gonna show you what I've made in my space colonizer project, which is just a colonizer simulator basically. Actually, I've been thinking about it and I think I don't want to turn it into a colonizer simulator because I think the idea of you being alone in your spaceship and just like hunting planets to gather resources is more cool than like making a settlement in that planet with people living in it because I don't know, it seems more nice or like more melancholic to just be alone in space. I don't know. Maybe you can colonize with the local alien community. I don't know. Or maybe you can find Earth with actual humans of your kind. Who knows? But for now, I haven't made anything like that. Let me show you. Now there is music, ambience, as you might call it, ambience. And oh, that was my mistake. I opened the player menu or the spaceship menu, and there's two options here. There are two options. There's components and inventory. If I open components, also if I click on the plane, it turns. Um, there are components which is not finished yet. Um, but components are basically items that have a type. So you can have a type for propeller, basically, or a turret. Um, I have to talk about that because in the last devlog there was no turrets and no. Actually, there was a propeller, but no turrets. There's an item for turrets, so this one is the most basic one, and you will be able to craft new um, new components for your spaceship, so you get stronger and more fast. I don't know, and also armor. Maybe there's also inventory capability. No, not capability, capacity. Sorry. And also, talking about inventory, there's a section here for the inventory, um, with all of the slots there are available right now. And you also have an item for inventory. So the least good your inventory is, the less space you will have. So the maximum will probably be like this whole page. So I don't know. This is like 7 by 7. It would be like 9, 7. I don't know. Just making a guess here. But yeah, your spaceship will be able to carry things. And also, I was thinking if I should make, when you get hit by another alien attacking you, make the inventory, if it is very low quality, some, some items may fall out of your spaceship. But I think that's kind of stupid because there's no gravity on space. So if some item falls, it will just like stay floating behind you. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, and if that's even fun at all. But I just had that in mind. Well, that's the inventory. I don't know how to pronounce inventory. I'm sorry. Um, Also, I made some changes to the particles. Last time the particles were just 1 pixel, so I had to fill like a lot of particles in one range. So now I made the particles have like a range of being like bigger, some smaller, some very small. It's just a sprite with a few frames of different uh, sizes of pixels, basically. And now it feels more easily, like it feels more space, if that makes sense. Um, Also, I can move around. The turret behind the player follows the the mouse, so it is independent. So if you're going forwards and you want to shoot behind you, you can press space to do that. And also, this sound is a ripoff from Star Wars. I didn't know how to make laser sounds, and I just wanted to have a placeholder. And it also sounds like garbage. Sounds like garbage because it's very compressed, very low end. I don't know why. There's also zoom. I can zoom in to see more closely. And if I zoom out, I will see a planet because I made that. Also, the planet, to give this like illusion of sphere that I made, this is not really a sphere. This is just a bunch of circle sprites getting smaller in like a GIF, and then every time it draws the smaller circle above the other with an offset in the y-axis. So it's a little like higher. Like this circle, you can see like this circle right here is the most. It's the smallest one. Then there's this circle. Then there's this and this and this and this, and also in the draw function, the lower it is, the darker it is as well. So it gives like an illusion of lighting as well. I also made a shader to have like a little lighting effect. So that, like, to imagine the sun is right there. The lighting cast here makes this bright and this part darker, but it didn't work that well, especially with this method because shaders apply very weirdly to a bunch of sprites being stacked together on top of each other. But I'm gonna try to do that some other way. Um, you can also, if you noticed, there's also a sound for the propeller, which is, I hate the sound so much, but I mean, it works. There's also an option to land, but I'm not gonna land yet because there's no much content in the planet. Actually, in fact, there's no content at all. There's just a player. And what else I made? I made a pause menu because I'm working on my laptop as well. This is my PC, but I'm working also on my laptop, and which is definitely not great in terms of um, CPU capability. Now I've used the right word, I think. It's not very, you can't handle most of these graphics, especially because there is a glow effect, and if I turn the glow effect on, you will be able to see the particles like light up. Hopefully it's YouTube won't fuck me and their I forgot what's called the compression on YouTube will hide the the glow effect. But this simple glow effect, which also if you look here, 58 FPS. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not 60, but um, it's fine in my computer, which is a very strong computer. What? Oh, I know what happened. I'm sorry, but um, this effect on my laptop completely kills the FPS and the performance. So I just made an option to disable that, and I think I prefer disabled as well. I like the particles being flat, not with the glowing effect. But I made the option to be there, so if you want it. And also there's an option to reduce amount of particles on screen. So if I put 0, I also made 2 buttons, so this one goes a little slower than this one. Let's put 0 particles. Now if I go back, there are no particles at all being created. Which is very, very stupid, but if your PC can handle it, you can turn it off, basically. I'm gonna put 1,000. Alright, so basically, also, these ambiance musics are also songs, are made by me as well. I play guitar. And actually, everything here is made by me except this. But yeah, I'm quite happy how it's turning out. Um, I want to make ecosystems, not ecosystems, but how do you say that? Planet solar systems. With like random generation with Perlin noise and fractal noise. I don't know. And then just like have the world be infinite with actual solar systems. So there's a sun, and then there's planets orbiting around the sun. Um, but you know, that's difficult to make. Me making excuses. Um, I still have to learn a little bit how to work with Perlin noise. I have worked with it before, but I'm not really particularly good at it, and I actually don't remember much of the stuff that I did. So I'll have to go back in projects and just steal code, basically. But yeah, if I press F to land, I have this little guy, this this guy walking around. I made the sprites in like 2 minutes and the walking animation in seconds, so it works. Oh, I completely forgot I could pause. Why is paused not on center? I don't know. But yeah, this is the game for now. Um, Also making that I can't go back. I have to have to restart, rebuild. Um, to make this fucking inventory here, holy fuck, so fucking annoying. Especially this line of code right here. Uh, I'm pretty sure there's a way to make this better, but fucking hell, dude, game maker, can you please? Okay, this line of code just checks if um checks for the position of the button. So the button, so XX is the middle of the panel, and then I increase it by the size of the slot size with a padding, so it's not very clamped together. But then I do minus max rows divided by 2 because I want the I don't want the slots to start in the middle. I want them to be in the center. So I offset them to the left a little bit, like half of the size of this, times slot size as well. Actually, this should be times slot padding, now that I think about it. Because I'm doing this hard-coded. And this is why indent. Indent is basically when you reach 7 buttons, the next ones will go down by 1 button, and then I have to shift their positions to the left, to the beginning of the left, and this is why indent times max rows times slot padding, and then minus slot size. So this is completely hard coded because they were not completely centered, but I want to see if I change this and this to a slot padding. I want to see if that will change anything. No. That made it much weirder. Actually, they are in the middle, but there's one more here. I think if I shift this one, okay, I'm gonna leave it hard coded. I'm sorry, but it works like that. There's no reason to change it, right? I'm not gonna go back in this to this code and see, oh, I should have done this because it works already, and that's what I want. That's the um, lazy mindset. But yeah, this was the devlog. I'm gonna be working more on it. I just don't know what to do now. Actually, I do know what to do. I am just being lazy. And yeah, thank you for watching if you did. And if you see this, if anyone sees this and wants to give me advice or just ideas overall, the comments are down below. I will read all of them. And yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Good morning, good evening, good everything. Bye bye.